Sue brings up A.J. Harris for good reason. He's the third-rated cornerback in the country out of the state of Alabama, and she's noticed that he's been having a love fest with Kerry Combs on Twitter right now. Is he in the mix?
He's in the mix. They need to get him on campus. They need to get him in front of Eliano and Walton and kind of go from there. Ohio State's still Ohio State. Obviously, you make relationships with coaches, and he's got a great relationship with Kerry Combs, and with Combs being at Cincinnati. Cincinnati jumps in as a group of five type of team that suddenly is in on a kid that is legitimate top of his class type of kid. But it's going to be so important for Ohio State to get Harris back on campus to really work on that relationship between Eliano and Walton and the Harris family. And I still think Ohio State is very much a player in this.
6'1", 180, top 20 player in the country.
He posted something about, and I was trying to find it where it was about, always being family with Kerry Combs or something like that. And basically, like, even if we don't I don't end up playing with you or playing for you, like there is some sort of caveat there that, like he's already envisioning himself not going to Cincinnati. Like, even though I'm going to be going somewhere else, I'll always value our relationship, coach. And I just want to let you know that. So I will believe Cincinnati when I see it. Now you look at what they did in the draft, they're going to be pushing him because you just had the Thorpe Award winner. You're going to have a first round corner in this draft, maybe two. That's going to be a lot of there's enticement there. You've got the coach that you want. They're showing you Cincinnati can put guys in the NFL. So we'll see if that's enough. I don't think it will be, but look at what's happening with other small schools around the nation right now. Not that Cincinnati is necessarily a small school, but they're smaller.
Well, you think about Cincinnati, they've got the stability now too, because they just gave the coach extension, $5 million a year. He's going to be paid Power 5 money. And of course, that program, I think in 2023, if I'm correct, does that sound right? That's the year that they're going to make the jump to the Big 12. So
I think it depends on when the other two leave. I mean, I think that everything's contingent upon when Texas and Oklahoma move. And I don't know if we know a firm on date for them yet.
They're still contractually obligated to the Big 12 until 2025, until after the 2025 season, but we'll see if that holds.
Yeah. So Cincinnati has the stability there that now obviously they didn't have it with Eliano. Ohio State went down and plucked him. It was a straight up 1-for-1. Kerry Combs for Perry Eliano. Not necessarily a straight up 1-on-1, but Perry Eliano for Kerry Combs and future considerations or whatever. But I think that's going to weigh in some recruits' mind that, you're going to be playing at a high level and you're going to have the stability of knowing your coaches are going to be there, because Fickell seems dead set on staying there. I think the only job that he would leave there for now is Ohio State. So if it ever comes open, which doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon based on the comments from Gene Smith today that Ryan Day and his wife and they love Columbus, and Ryan Day said his kids love Columbus, and that he may go on to another job, but he'd go on without them because they're going to stay in Columbus. I thought that was a pretty poignant comment to make, that his family has fallen in love with Columbus. Only been here 5 years total, so interesting to see. But at any rate, I look at it that I got questions in my chat this week about secondary recruiting and linebacker recruiting, and I'm just not overly concerned about it. I think they have recruited extremely well in those two areas the last year or two, and they've got depth in both positions. I mean, they could use another blue chip linebacker probably in the upcoming class, but it kind of depends, where do you slot Sonny Styles? Is he an outside linebacker? Is he that hybrid safety linebacker? Is he strictly a safety? They need to get him in June and work him through and figure him out where he's going to fit in. But I think they're going to be just fine, at both those positions. I mean, how can a kid who wants to play in the National Football League who's a cornerback not want to play for Tim Walton, who has coached the last 7 years in the National Football League. To me, that just seems like a tailor-made double play ball right there. But, you know, and he's such a good guy to talk to as well. I think back recruiting again after almost a decade of not having to do it, he's going to, you know, take right back to it. But I don't think there's going to be a problem with defensive back or linebacker recruiting.